Welcome to Hong Kong, guys. First you thought you were a girl. Okay, 감사합니다.
Have you ever had one of those moments where you just know you've been waiting for it? My son graduated high school, and I'm in my late 40s. The day after graduation, we packed our bags, we took the trip I've been planning for years. I wanted us to walk through his dad's roots and mine. He's starting a whole new adventure, and so am I. Our adventure starts in Hong Kong.
Welcome to Hong Kong, guys.
I'm glad we're here. Nice, it's not too sunny.
Not too sunny, yeah.
I like it. We took an Uber to the hotel, and the driver was really friendly.
First you thought you were a girl.
Hong Kong is extremely hot and humid in the summer, so I tried to find a hotel close to a subway station. The Hyatt Regency was a great choice. It's centrally located right above Tsim Sha Tsui station. It's about 30 degrees and really humid. The end of June is also the start of typhoon season, so it can rain off and on. This is our first meal in Hong Kong.
3位唔該. Okay, 得.
This is a cha chan teng. They serve a mix of Hong Kong and Western style dishes like milk tea, toast, and quick everyday meals.
So, yeah, it's okay.
레몬이 엄청 많다.
Not bad. Not bad. A bit bitter. Oops, mom just lost. I say thank you.
Our first meal in Hong Kong is really good. The eggs are soft, creamy, and have a nice balanced flavor. But after a 16-hour journey, I was feeling a little dizzy and out of it. So I couldn't really enjoy my food.
너무 어지러지네.
The next morning, we were heading to Bakehouse. I really wanted to try their sourdough egg tarts.
Are you sure it's this place? It's this place?
Yeah, that is. 아니면 그냥 거기 닭가 먹는 밥 먹는 갈까? 전철 타고?
We decided the line was too long, so plan B. Hong Kong's MTR stations each have their own signature color. Apparently, everyone else had the same plan B. Australia Dairy Company is a cha chan teng, known for its silky steamed milk pudding.
Or scrambled eggs.
You can never go wrong with iced milk tea. The milk pudding basically tasted like warm, sweetened milk.
It doesn't look good, but it tastes good. It's really unexpected taste.
It's just after 9 in the morning, and it's already hot and humid. We walked over to Kowloon Park while we could still handle being outside.
That's sweating crazy now.
You hear the
이거 우리 한국에도 많잖아. 있어. 여름에 항상 들었었어.
Kowloon Park is a green escape in the middle of Jimsachui with gardens, an aviary, and flamingos. But the flamingos are not as pink as I expected. Even early in the morning, it's hard to stay outside for long. So we're going to a mall to cool off. But the mall wasn't open yet, so we're going back to the hotel to get some rest. I love traveling to new places. It's always exciting. But in this heat, it's quite challenging. After some rest, we came to a Michelin-recommended restaurant for dim sum. When you're traveling, sometimes it feels like you're just going from restaurant to restaurant.
Oh, I am hungry. I think I like Hong Kong food. I think Ethan does too.
I was really excited to try dim sum in Hong Kong. I wanted to know what authentic dim sum is. Starting with shrimp dumplings.
Ooh. I can't wait.
But sadly, I was disappointed. The shrimp was a little fishy and the skin was mushy.
어때? Like it? That looks good.
The BBQ pork was tender and lean, not too sweet, salty, or oily. It wasn't the best, but it was decent.
원통도 괜찮아 있으나?
This isn't as good as I expected, but it's still fun to have dim sum in Hong Kong with my family. The pig tram opened in 1888 and was originally built to transport wealthy residents and colonial officials. The tram climbs to the peak in about 6 minutes. The ride is so steep that the buildings outside appear to tilt. It's windy up here, but the wind is warm. We missed Bakehouse this morning, so it was a happy surprise to find it here.
Sourdough egg tart. Oh.
We had to wait for a seat, but it was worth it. The egg tart was delicious, and even better with the view.
Get like a big table here and stuff, so. Oh, I got in. Hello, Dima, Dima, 各位，好靚喎。 表姐嗨。
呢個位你上。咁我哋影翻張。因為兩個爭嘅。
선생님 다시 주면 큰일 났다 우리 스님은.
嚟姐嚟姐嚟。光仔。
아니 다들
이거를 진짜 마음에 들어야 돼. 여기 옥勁嘅嘛。
得嘅就係。
I like it.
A lot of food, a lot of laughs, and really nice to see family. It was a very full and good day.
How you say for 3 people?
3位。
Someone.
After all the food last night, we needed something easy and comforting.
아이스是我的哦。 Try with this even.
찍어서 같이 이렇게. 어때? 이거? 도넛가 맛있어. This is really good. This is very like light and crispy. 순이 여기서 잘 먹어. 먹기 싫다 그러더니. 이거 찍어 먹는 거야.
Don't get in.
We walk by this supermarket every time we are coming and going from the hotel.
Oh, that looks good.
맹고 하나랑 또 하나 더 주자. 어머 이것도 이렇게 나와. 엄마 이거 다 먹어보고 싶다. 다 먹어보자.
After another break at the hotel, we headed back out for lunch.
Oh.
I was expecting a long lineup as this is a popular tourist spot.
네,唔該。
Lan Fong Yun is an old school Hong Kong style cafe that opened in 1952.
가려고 했던.
7-Up with preserved salty lime is a classic Hong Kong cha chan tang drink.
Oh, I wanted this. French toast. Okay, I cut it and everybody can have it.
And of course, iced milk tea is a must-have.
Fun with butter. Yeah.
I'm gonna try this too.
The pineapple bun is sweet, crunchy on top, and soft inside, with rich salty butter in the middle.
먹어봐. 이거 먹어봐야 돼. 되게 이상하지?
No. Okay. Good.
It's salty and sour, and it has a 7-Up sweetness, so it's interesting.
It's very cool. looks like Hong Kong now.
We just realized we could walk underground to many places, avoiding the heat.
아니 뭐 먹고 싶어? Did you get the
No.
fruit? 있어 fruit 다시 놓고.
Oh my god. I didn't see it.
This is what happens when your family trip is also a video shoot.
Okay. Got it.
I always love going into supermarkets when we travel. Even normal everyday food is interesting and fun.
Mango coconut.
Mango coconut.
I want strawberry.
Strawberry.
Yeah, get the regular one.
Oh, you want a regular one? Okay. 이스나 와서 맹고 먹어.
Yeah, poke it.
찍어. 너무 맛있어. 먹어보자.
I was so excited to try this. I love mango and mochi, and I've never had mango mochi.
This is not what I expected. It's okay?
Oh. No.
We're on our way to Central, the financial district. It's interesting to see these small shops in between the skyscrapers. Ethan's been in charge of navigating during our trip.
Hey, good job, Ethan. Sao mời, mời. Okay, mời.
맛있어 있으나. 이게 최고 맛있는데?
Oh yeah?
그치?
We were pretty tired by today. The heat, all the walking, and the jet lag was catching up with us. It was almost as hot inside the restaurant, which made eating hot soup a little uncomfortable. Under different conditions, we probably would have enjoyed it more.
어디 있는데 액탈까? There.
There are 2 egg tart places I wanted to try.
It's a bakery where I found it.
Okay, good job.
The bakehouse and this place as well.
What is it? Puff pastry egg tart, cookie crust.
Ooh.
Taichung's egg tarts are famous for their buttery short crust pastry.
You want egg tart? And
They've been making them this way since 1954.
I think puff is set A, please. One set. Yeah, one set, please.
The Central Middle Levels escalator is the world's longest outdoor covered escalator. And here's something I didn't know. It runs downhill in the morning and uphill for the rest of the day.
Oh wow.
Victoria Prison opened in 1841. It was one of Hong Kong's earliest colonial era prisons. Today it's part of Taikwan, a restored heritage site filled with history, art, and culture. It's a place to hang out surrounded by these historic buildings.
big heads.
I'm excited to ride Hong Kong's famous Ding Ding trams. The trams have been running since 1904. Instead of taking the MTR back to Tsim Sha Tsui, we decide to take the scenic route. We're taking the Star Ferry. The Star Ferry has been cruising Victoria Harbour for more than a century.
But I don't know. 'Cause that-
We didn't plan it, but what perfect timing to take the ferry. After another very full day, it was nice just walking along the harbor and taking in the view.
I'm gonna get the beef brisket and wonton noodle.
Egg noodle?
Cheers, guys. Looks good.
I think it comes with 둘다 좀 똑같아요. Here's yours. It's a brisket. It's not very soft. Very tender. 에그누들 여기 더 맛있다. 이 국물 맛있는 것 같아. 이거 진짜 즐겨준데?
전혀 최고.
이거 생각나는 맛이다.
We spent part of the afternoon at M+, Hong Kong's Museum of Contemporary Visual Culture.
Oh wow, look at that. That looks really cool.
I loved how the skylights created these little rainbow patterns inside.
Oh, look at the birds.
After being inside for a while, the rooftop garden was a nice break, especially with this view.
They're mahjong tiles. Cat and lion.
It's cabbage.
Yeah. Oh, looks good. How's it?
Not bad.
Pretty good? Yeah.
Ethan searched for an uncrowded spot to watch the Symphony of Lights. There was just one problem.
이걸 보려고 온 건 아닌데 우리
We couldn't see anything from here. We are going to try the Avenue of Stars instead.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's where we were yesterday. That sounds good. Anyway.
We are in Quarry Bay to find the Ikcheong Building. Ikcheong Building, built in the 1960s, was Hong Kong's answer to limited space.
이건가? 거기 지금 사진을 보면
We found out after we got home that we'd gone to the wrong complex. The actual Ikcheong Building was right next door. This place was high on my list for one very important reason: the milk tea.
Yeah.
My cup of tea is run by award-winning milk tea masters, so I had really high expectations.
Hey, cheers.
Hey, cheers.
Hey, 나이차. 이순아 이건 먹어봐야 돼. 엄마 먹어본 나이차 중에 최고자야.
It was smooth, rich, and fragrant, but still really balanced and not too sweet.
먹자. 둘이 같이 하자. 먹어봐. 먹자. 내 건. 커서. Extra taste for you, right?
Okay. Bread and egg.
맛있지?
They call patty.
It's good, Ethan.
Honestly, I would come back just for the milk tea. Kai Kai dessert was also high on my must-visit list.
It's nice.
Is it good? Take one. That is good. Is it good? 엄마가 맛있어.
진짜 맛있어.
I think you're now. 난 싫어.
넌 싫어. 야, 근데 있으니까 맛있다.
엄마 드링크 만든 거 같다.
그치?
그래서 더 맛있어. 드링크보다. Oh, Lululemon Aloe. 10, one piece 20.
10 pieces, $100. Oh my gosh. She's so funny.
They're all like that. You have to like bargain.
어떻게 판이 없어져.
Now she's saying 70. Oh, they have a lot of magnets here. They do? Yeah.
여긴 이거는 정해져 있으니까 그냥 사면 되겠다 있어. 마음에 드는 거 사자.
Oh, they have some nice ones here, like Hong Kong.
This is better looking.
This one looks better, yeah.
나 이거 너무 좋아.
Is this one? Or this one? Oh, this one, yeah.
Later that night, we met Carl's cousins for dinner again.
Thanks. Hello, hello.
This time, we were having Beijing-style food. The beef is tender, salty, and tangy. This is like Korean kimchi, but not fermented. Many dishes are surprisingly similar to Korean food. This was really good. It was crispy and nutty outside with rich shrimp flavor. The bottles were so cute. We had to drink it, even though we don't drink pop. The food was interesting, but the best part was getting everyone together again. These are deep-fried egg white puffs filled with sweet red bean paste. They were fluffy, crispy, and sweet. Somewhere in the middle of all the food, they started telling us about the family tree. Even Carl was hearing some of these stories for the first time. It was really nice for Ethan and me to hear it too, and to understand a little more about where his family came from.
Oh, wait, not yet. You gotta go to the machine first.
We needed to do laundry to prepare for the next part of our trip. And because we got so sweaty here in Hong Kong. We went to one dim sum for breakfast, a former Michelin-starred dim sum restaurant.
記咗成3位唔該。Barbecue pork, of course.
One little Hong Kong tradition? When someone pours tea for you, tapping your fingers on the table is a way of saying thank you. The steamed chicken and mushroom rice was probably my favorite thing we ordered.
Vancouver one better. Oh.
Vancouver,
After getting some rest, I wanted to try another place on my list.
Oh yeah, I can see the videos.
And that place is famous for Shanghai pan-fried buns.
Thank you.
Oh my god, that's so big.
Yeah, I know. Let's get one.
We saw these huge pineapple buns and had to get one.
Okay, I'm good.
열어볼까? We got this, Ethan too.
Oh.
It's really big.
Big pineapple bun.
Noodle. I mean, 물이랑 파인애플. 게 맛있지? 근데 요거 딱 had inside, but now it's not gonna. It's very juicy inside. The dumpling wasn't good. The outside was dry and the meat had a gamey smell. It looks good. 아, 접시가 아니지, 볼이지. 응. 고기가 있구나.
다 못 빼는데. 괜찮지?
Actually, not bad. Actually, that noodle tastes pretty good. The noodles were chewy and had a little heat in the soup.
그냥 좋아해서.
Isn't that butter?
Big stick, like a big chunk of butter in it.
I don't know how they don't have that.
This was one of the must-visit restaurants on my list. They're famous for their signature clay pot rice. The oyster pancake was greasy and didn't taste fresh. We had high hopes, but unfortunately, the flavors didn't come together. This was our least favorite meal of the trip. After the disappointing dinner, we were hoping dessert would save us. We liked Kai Kai dessert, and green tea had great reviews, so we decided to give it a try. Our time in Hong Kong was coming to an end, but the trip wasn't. Next stop, Japan.
Hey, it's Carl here. Okay, I'm at the Peninsula Hotel in Hong Kong. It's our last day here. There's the baby. Hey, Ethan, say hi. Yeah, good boy, Ethan. Here we go. He's gonna do diving.